Hey guys, welcome to Bipolar Boxing. Saturday, this is a during the day event. It starts around noon here in the United States, at least in New York it does. But Chris Billam-Smith against Zurdo Ramirez. This is for a unification bout at cruiserweight, which is it's a very weak division. That's why it was so easy for Zurdo to just move up and get a belt real quick. Like I didn't even know who the hell that French guy was who'd had that belt for so long, but I don't know, like Zurdo handled him pretty good, and he handled Joe Smith pretty good. I believe that fight was at cruiserweight as well. So he's had two fights up there, and he's always had the frame where it's like, yeah, I could see him moving up in size. But this is a very interesting fight because, I mean, skill wise, Zurdo should wipe the floor with Chris Billam-Smith. But almost every one of Billam-Smith's opponents should do the same thing because the guy is just like, I'm probably underrating the hell out of him, but like I don't see him as having that much skill. But he is a very tough guy to beat. And this guy, like, I'll never forget that Okoli fight. Like, I thought Okoli would win hands down just because I was like, dude, he's just going to jab and move, jab and move. And the big, slow white guy's not going to be able to catch him. But he's such a tough guy, and he fights at such a high pace. He really does not care that he's getting hit. So in order to beat him, like, first of all, you got to be able to last all 12 rounds because I don't think Billam-Smith is going anywhere. You got to be able to keep him off you for 12 rounds. That ain't easy either. You got to worry about getting knocked out for all those 12 rounds because he does have power. So he is a very difficult guy to beat. He's one of those guys, like, you kind of got to be perfect for 36 minutes to beat him. So it's just a matter, like, is Zurdo ready for that? Like, should he have taken one or two other fights at cruiserweight to see if his body will really hold up? And, like, this guy's talking about going to heavyweight, too. But, I mean, this will be the litmus test right here because if he even struggles with Billam-Smith, I don't think he'll go up to heavyweight. If he doesn't knock Billam-Smith out, I don't think he moves up to heavyweight. Because, I mean, to be honest, if you can't knock out Chris Billam-Smith, what makes you think you're going to go up there and hang with any of the guys? And heavyweight's pretty weak too, but I don't think he can hang with any of those guys in at least the top 10, maybe the top 15, if he doesn't look really good in this fight. But I just think Zurdo's got enough skills in his bag, and he can move enough. But we just don't know how his body's going to hold up with this weight. But I think that he can move enough. He can stick and move enough, and just don't trade with this guy. He needs to do it for 12 rounds, but I think he can win enough rounds early. I think he builds a huge early lead. Then things start getting tough. And we don't know how that's going to turn out. Like, maybe Billam-Smith can get a knockout late or something like that. But I think Zurdo is going to build a big enough lead. And those last three rounds are going to be very interesting. I just don't think he gets knocked out. He's going to have a big enough lead. And just don't go in there and trade with him. Just survive. I think Zurdo might be, like, literally running around the ring for the last, like, 2 rounds just because he doesn't want to get knocked out. And he's probably going to be gassed because of the pace that Billam-Smith sets. But that's why the odds for this fight are so low. Like, when this fight first got announced, I was like, Zurdo's going to be, like, minus 500. He's only minus 250, and the odds are actually going down. There's a lot of people hanging with Billam-Smith, and I think it's a lot to do with the way the guy carries himself. He's so confident in himself, and there's people out there like me who just look at him, and I just see a big, slow white dude who doesn't have much skill and just gets by on toughness. And I don't think that's gonna work at this level that I think Zurdo Ramirez is at. But I could be wrong. This is another fight. Like, I would not bet a lot on this fight, but I do like Zurdo to just win a pretty comfortable decision. I'm going to say like 8 rounds to 4. But let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys think Zurdo should move up to heavyweight after this fight if he wins. But have a good night, guys.